Hey guys, what's up? This is Ron here, and in this King of Fighters All-Star video, I'm going to show you and talk about how to fight against Geese Howard in Lunatic Mode Guild. And this would be the hardest game mode that ever created in King of Fighters All-Star, my friends. By no means it is easy at all, and if you are watching this video, you already know that how hard it is. So in this video guys, you know that what I'm going to talk about. I'll be talking about the characters, the dots, and the strategy that you need to clear this game mode, that is the lunatic mode. And also I'll talk about the scores and rewards and everything that you need to know. So make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, because I'm also going to add a sample gameplay to show you that how this thing can be done. So make sure you watch this video till the end guys, and let's get into our topic today. And we go to the guilds, and this will be the lunatic mode here. And if we check if we check the rewards, then the final reward will be this box number 8, which is the highest reward in any guild mode, and you will need 714.42 million damage. And if we want to make a round figure, that is basically you will need 715 million damage to reach this box, to reach the score to get this box. And this box will actually have all these rewards, as you can see. And of course the RNG will be way better than anything, definitely, because this is the hardest guild box ever. And getting this 714 million in one key is kind of hard, so you can go ahead and do it with multiple keys, but it is okay if you can do it with one key. It doesn't really matter. So let's talk about the strategy that we need to do this thing, right my friends? And basically the boss is going to be weak against shock damage. So whenever you will apply shock damage, the vulnerable bar of the gauge, or whatever you say, it will go down quickly, and then the boss will go to the frenzy, and you know the story how to do a lot of damage. And the boss will be vulnerable for 10 seconds, which is of course less than hard mode. Only in hard mode we see the boss stays frenzy for 12 seconds, but in expert and lunatic mode the boss will be frenzy for only 10 seconds. And as a disadvantage effect, the boss's attack will increase periodically, and he will get enraged over time, so he will get harder and harder as long as you play. Now let's talk about the strategy that you need to maintain to beat this boss. First, let's check out the characters, and we get our characters to shock. Okay, so here are the shock damage dealing characters that I have in my roster. Of course there are other characters which I don't have, especially SS Kasumi, that I can remember. And SS Kasumi, along with this guy right here, that is BS Ignis. These two characters will be the best character against these nightmare in this lunatic mode boss. Both of them deals a lot of shock damage. You guys know a lot of you have SS Kasumi. Unfortunately I don't have her, but she is both deals a lot of shock damage. And the unique thing is both of these characters, BS Ignis and SS Kasumi, are immune to darkness. And if we check the core of SS Kasumi here, and you'll find that the female ninja of fate, this core right here, is giving her immunity to darkness. That gives her a lot of advantage. And here is Ignis, and if we check his course, and we'll find that ruler of darkness, and he is immune to darkness totally. So in terms of survivability, these two characters is actually going to do great, but in my opinion Ignis is way better than SS Kasumi in terms of damage dealing or survivability or immunity, whatever you say. So he is going to be the best character in Lunatic mode against Nightmare Geese. So these will be the characters, and basically there will be two approaches which you can take to beat these characters, this boss. That is either using these shock damage deal characters, for example Ignis here, BS Ignis here, BS Geese here. These are strong characters, but other characters are dealing, other shock damage dealing characters are in the game are not really strong enough to survive against this boss. Even this BS Geese has a really hard time against this boss. So this is kind of really hard game mode. So if you don't have a very strong damage dealing characters like SS Kasumi or BS Ignis, then you need to take another approach, that is using shock damage dealing strikers. And unfortunately we don't really have much shock damage dealing strikers in the game, but one of these here, this lady Yashiro, she actually deals shock damage for 10 seconds, and this character alone actually makes a lot of things to happen, and a lot of player can actually use this one single striker as a shock damage dealer with probably some SS team or any other team can entirely get the guild cleared. And for her duration of 10 seconds, she is going to be the best shock damage dealing striker in the game. Of course, there are other shock damage dealing strikers like Lady Maxima, for example, and Shigon out there. But in terms of duration, no one actually does for 10 seconds. So we will focus on the duration of the DoT, which is the main thing right here. So you can actually use her as a striker, and she's a gold border character, easily available character. Most of you or almost all of you have this character already if you are thinking about playing in this Lunatic mode. So just go ahead and awaken her as much as you can. So though there are some other shock damage dealing characters in the game, but in my honest opinion, my friends, you will not survive against this boss unless you are using SS team or BS team like that, who has those powerful finishers and core finishers which can actually interrupt Geese from doing this darkness thing. And to be honest, my friends, once the Nightmare Geese in Lunatic mode does this darkness thing, you are just dead as good, my friend. To be honest. So you need to do something to interrupt it totally, and you must remember that not every character's 3PG is going to interrupt that thing. So make sure that do something that so that you are not getting hurt by the boss at all, because if he hurts you once or twice, you're just dead, man. You're just dead. So let me just talk about team formation. And if you are going to use some powerful shock damage dealing character like I am using, or I will use in my gameplay, I will use BS Ignis because I have him at a very high level. And in this case, I'll be using BS Chrysalid as a striker, because BS Chrysalid is going to give you it is going to increase attack by 15% if the HP of 70% or more. So you need to make sure that your HP doesn't go beyond or below 70%. You'll try to keep your HP high, so basically getting not attacked at all. And also it will increase the attack speed and decrease skill cooldown. A good striker, of course. Also you can use this guy right here as a striker of Ignis, amazing striker, and he will increase 10% attack. But if you are not using any strong shock damage dealing character like BS Ignis or SS Kasumi, then you need to use this type of shock damage dealing striker like Lady Ashiro. For example, if I am going to fight, if I were to fight with this character or any other powerful character, I would use this shock damage dealing striker. So as much as you have, try your best with your most powerful team. And if you have one of those two characters, as I said, SS Kasumi or BS Ignis, then that will definitely make your life easier. And actually you can do this thing with one key. And as I will show in the gameplay, I will just use just this one character, that BS Ignis, and no other characters. I'll be just doing this gameplay, and I hope you guys will enjoy. And it really depends upon the individual players, that how they would like to complete these guilds. Some people prefer to play it with shock damage dealing characters. Some play to prefer with shock damage dealing strikers. It really depends on the individual players, so it really goes to their preferences. So I personally would love to play with shock damage dealing characters, because that gives me a certain feeling of actually doing a lot of damage to the character by beating himself. So hope you guys will enjoy the gameplay, and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.
最強の力を